Hi, this is Mike with Designs by M. Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you how I created this Hugs card. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is to stamp our floral design. And so today I'm using all of Gina K Designs ink and stamp set. And I'm also using a 8.5 by 11 piece of Nina Solar White in 80 pound, and I'm using that because I can run that through my electronic cutting machine to cut out the words, the word hug, but you can do this with die cuts or the electronic cutting machine, either way. So the stamp set I'm using today is Summer Blooms, and I will go ahead and leave a link in the description box below of all the products that I used in case you are interested. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp with the bubblegum ink, and that is the lightest of the pink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the flowers down here. On this I'm not using an acrylic block. At first I figured that it might just be easier for me because the acrylic block that I have is kind of big, but as you can see in the video in a little bit, I did switch over to my acrylic block. After the bubblegum ink, I will be using cherry red, passionate pink, and then grass green. And I'm going to go ahead and run some music and speed this up a little bit. This did take me 20 minutes to stamp the entire page, so I will meet you back when everything is completed. Alright, so I went ahead and I completed the stamping. I let that dry completely. I did run this through my electronic cutting machine. I just made a rectangle and typed out the word hugs and had that cut out. I then temporarily secured that stamped page to the pink page because I am going to eventually pop that up using foam tape. But right now I am gluing the letters onto the back panel there because I will be popping up the stamped image, which will make that raised. So go ahead, and I got the H and the U in there, and now I'm going to get the G and the S, and once I've got those in there, then I'm going to go ahead and remove very carefully the stamped image or the stamped page, and then apply foam tape and then put that back on top. Here you can see I use an awful lot of foam tape. I wanted to really make sure that it was secure and that no part of that panel would sag or bow. So I used an awful lot of tape to make sure that it was stable. And now all I have to do is glue the panel onto the card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Get that centered on there, and the card is pretty much done. As you can see from the beginning of the photo and the photo at the end, I will add some embellishments, and I will go over that again in just a little bit. So for the second card, I decided that it was probably easier to apply foam tape to the letters versus the entire back panel. So I kind of did it reverse. I went ahead and I glued the stamped panel onto the back panel, and then I glued with foam tape the letters onto the panel. Now all I have to do is glue the entire panel onto my second 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base, and technically that card is finished as well. Now as you can see from this screenshot, I did go ahead and add some embellishments on the bottom corners as well as the top left. And that concludes today's video. I want to thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'd also like to know which one of these cards you liked better. The one that I did in the beginning where the letters were against the panel and the panel was raised, or the one with the letters raised. If you do get inspired to make one of these cards, please don't forget to tag me on social media. I will have all of my contact information in the links below. And on the screen now is another video that you might be interested in. Well, thank you again, and have a great day.